Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Keenum's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30 with the New Orleans Saints. First down, Keenum. Left side caught by Diggs. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Bridgewater to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 42 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now Now this time, Breeze will throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Toss play, Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Here's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 27 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Set, B-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Detroit.
Keenum on first down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200+ right now. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go now. 3-19. Switch. Over. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Detroit. Kill. Over.
On first down, it's Keenum. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, hey, in the spirit of the holidays, let's have some fun. You sent out something on social media last week I thought was great. You asked if Santa Claus was in the NFL, what position would he be playing?
Well, we got some great responses, too, on that one.
What was the theme?
A lot of people have looked at him as a defender. Zero technique, maybe he'd be a nose guard, right, because of his bolt. Some people thought he'd be a great 3 technique. Somebody said, well, his footwork would be terrific. Santa's quicker than you think. And then some people had him on offense, but there were a few skeptics out there as well said, well, he can't really play. He gets carried around all the time by Rudolph and the rest of the crew. And I mean, you just name it. They had it, but it was a whole lot of fun to hear the responses on Santa. And some people even took it there. Now, if Santa went to the combine, would he go every drill? Would he do all these things? I was like, you know, this has actually been a whole lot of fun. And bottom line is, for me, Santa can play whatever position he wants.
Santa's my quarterback.
No doubt.
No question.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Set. Now, lucky 56. Over. Here we go now. 3-19.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Just beating the play clock. Keenum. And Diggs has it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now McKinnon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Keenum now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's second down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Craig Robertson. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
All right, here we go.
On play action. Now Keenum. He'll buy some time right. Able to fight through one tackle. It's a gain of 9 yards. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They do snap it to Keenum. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, we got a second here. Thinking back to Week 15, a cool moment in that Panthers-Green Bay game. Did you see the video of Cam Newton and Clay Matthews?
I did, and you know, when you watch it, and you know what everybody told me, when they're watching it live, you could see something happening because the commentators were talking at that time. Then they took the commentators' voices out, and you caught everything. So let me see if I have it right. Cam Newton, quarterback for the Panthers, had some byplay with linebacker Clay Matthews of Green Bay, and Clay was telling him he knew what he was about to call, right?
Yeah, Clay was saying, well, yeah, guys, watch for the wheel route. And Cam said, oh, that's cool. You've been watching film? Well, watch this. And he switched the play and threw a slant to McCaffrey for a touchdown.
How great is that? The back and forth. So Clay Matthews did his homework, but they changed it up, right? Because it looked like a wheel, and he turned it into a slant. That's an excellent counter play by the Carolina Panthers. What a cool moment. Cam Newton and Clay Matthews.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. He didn't get rid of the football there. Took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. He'll rifle this one deep right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go! Leopard!
The man in motion is right. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain.
Over! Now let's go!
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They run it with McKinnon. And he's got this one down to the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Diggs going in motion right. They run once more with McKinnon. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And this will be caught at the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Breeze now on first down. Going for it all. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now running right through him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. So they're going to go for 2. Throwing now is Breeze. That's caught at the 3. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The man in motion is right. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Watching that, Barney.
Here's Keenum now on second down. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Hey, we talked about Adam Thielen a little bit last year, didn't we? Possession receiver, makes some tough catches, gets it done, and he's a homeboy. Grew up very close to the Twin Cities.
And showing those possession receiver skills right there to pick up the first.
Watching that, Barney. Here we go. Go now. G19.
Diggs going in motion right. Toss play to McKinnon. And he's got some space here. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Forbath out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. Now Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Breeze to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill from 3 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes, add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny, I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Keenum now on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. First down, Keenum. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's brought down. 19 yards that time for number 19. Toss. It's McKinnon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Here again is McKinnon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Diggs going in motion right. Here's McKinnon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try the air now with Keenum. Flush to his right. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Keenum on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon taking it in. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Coleman, 83 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Gone. Here we go now. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Leopard.
Diggs going in motion right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. 3-19. Watch it now. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
The man in motion is right. And they give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Leopard. Set. Blue. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Gone. No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. Keenum. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 48. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Linval Joseph in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Kendricks in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Back to throw. And Gen's got it. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late.